Okay, so this fun card, this vertical standalone card, is really cool. Okay, I got the idea from Sue Campfield. All right, so we'll just tuck that away, and let's just put the designer series paper where it goes first, and then we'll take care of some of the other things. Okay. All right. So first things I think is this quarter sheet and this piece are not the same. Okay. So don't get those mixed up. It's easy to see that the balmy blue layers nicely on this one and not so much on here. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is take these two strips of designer series paper. That's the one that's almost out. This one's getting low, but I think it'll do. All right, so we're going to put some adhesive on these strips. Okay, and we're going to put them on the two sides of this piece that's going to become the back of our card. Okay, it's going to be this sort of stand-up piece. All right, so kind of equidistant border, and we're going to repeat that on the other side. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good. Whoa, nope. Let's bring that over. There we go. Okay. All right, so there's those two pieces. Then we have some more designer series paper, and we can do this grouping. So the designer series paper onto the balmy blue. And then the balmy blue onto the white. Okay. There we go. All right. So then we can do some folding and putting these pieces. So you have essentially three identical pieces. One is going to end up looking skinnier, and that's okay. All right. And this one here is going to look a little skinnier than these two. Yeah, I decided it wasn't worth getting people new pieces of designer series paper because they stuck the wrong one somewhere or something. Just said, yeah, not doing that. All right, so I think once I've looked at these, I think I like this rose because it'll match with that rose. So I'm going to put this one on this piece over here. Like this. Okay. There. Now these two are going to get the adhesive on this side and are going to go on the inside in here. All right, there's one, and here's two. Okay. Like that. All right, so now all of our designer series paper is attached. Okay, so now really all we have to do is assemble the card and then add our greeting. So let me show you how this is going to work. Let's go ahead and put this piece on first before we try and tackle the back. So your adhesive is going to go just on this flap, right? And then this front piece is going to line up with this outside edge over here. Okay, so you're going to make sure that your corners are plumb. The one that's more important is the bottom. Okay, it will not stand if you don't have the bottom nice and flush. If the top is a little off, not such a big deal. But the bottom, you really want it to be right where you want it. Okay, and I stuck it just a little too quick here. So let's just very carefully pull that back off. All right, let's try one more time. And of course, now that I've pulled it, it's a little trickier. Okay, I think we're good. There, okay. So now this is going to close over that other side. Okay, give that a good crease here. Okay. All right, you could almost leave it like that, but it looks like it's lacking a little something, okay? So what we're gonna do is just this center piece right here, the center section, which is the back side of that, is going to get adhesive. Okay, so I'm gonna layer mine up, but just don't, you may need to do it this way and have it open, and you're just going to put your adhesive. Get that little bit off my fingers. Here. And that one's out. I guess we're gonna start going with my liquid glue here. Like that. Okay. Then you want to make sure that this panel is very flush with the bottom. That is the most important part. Okay. So you want to make sure, and you want to make sure it's centered. So I'm going to actually stand this up and slide this on the table until it touches, and it looks really centered pretty well. And then I'm just gonna squish it down that way. But you see how the bottom needs to be super lined up so that it will stand. Okay, you want it to stand up, right? All right, so now we will put this thinking of you on your special day. Okay. And I will likely end up trimming that off. But I think I'm going to go up here this time because I want my flowers kind of over here, I think. Yeah, I don't want them, yeah. paper here. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of adhesive. Put my leaves that I fussy cut out of the designer series paper, like that. Okay. And I'll just put that here. Got glue on all my fingers. I am very messy with the liquid glue. Some people love it. I sort of have a love-hate relationship with it. All right, so then we're gonna just open this part up and just snip this off. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then I am going to use a dimensional or two. I think two. Like that. And do that. Okay. Then we're going to grab some of these iridescent rhinestones. I love these because they pick up, they're kind of pinkish this way, but when you put them on some of the other colors, they will kind of pick that color up. So let's see, my take your pick tool is here. And I don't think I need any of the really big ones, but let's start with like a medium sized one. Maybe in the center of this flower. Whoops, lost my little putty tip there. And this flower. Oh, maybe up here. Okay, like that. Then we'll put a couple of little ones on there. And since I'm already at 3 and I want a couple more, I think we're gonna end up with 5. Because we know about that whole odd number thing, right? Whoa. Oh, I must have, I've got one on here, so I must have flicked a second one off of there. Let's put one down here. Like that. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this back on here. There. Okay. All right. Okay.